The scene are just getting better and better as time's going on.
Underneath is exactly the same as it is on top.
Show cars often leave the restorers in a far better state than when they left the factory.
You can't leave any nut, bolt, screw, washer, you know, no stone unturned, really.
I have to admit I have changed bolts which aren't shiny enough, and I have been underneath it polishing the floor pans.
Hayden's picked up a few trophies along the way, but it's his love of the whole dub scene that really motivates him.
I just like having fun and meeting up with people with similar interests.
And there's plenty of fun to be had in this. He's fitted a 2.4-litre engine and 5-speed racing gearbox.
I've had it up to 120, but I don't know if I'd want to push it much more than that. It is an old car.
It'll easily do 0 to 60 in around 4 seconds.
It's even got some switches which will let me lock the front wheels so that I can spin the back ones to warm them up.
This is Hayden's 12th Beetle, so he knows how to fix them up, but building a car to this standard was way beyond him.
Most of the guys we're really building cars for would much rather kind of spend extra time at work earning money to pay us than maybe spending 5 or 6 years in the garage trying to learn the skills themselves.
I probably would have spent as long and as much money getting other people to put right what I got wrong.
The lads have spent the best part of 4 months knocking the bodywork into shape, and now the car's almost ready for paint. It'll be a crucial factor in determining the overall success of the project, and the boys know just the man for the job.
Have a bit of a laugh, a couple of beers doing it, it'd be great.
Charlie's fully restored hundreds of classics in his time, but because of the boys' hard work, this job will just require some prep before paint.
Yeah, it'd be alright, make a good motor. Quite solid, isn't it, this one?
To keep the costs down, the lads intend to muck in, and the whole lot will be done for only £600. 10 times less than some quotes they've had.
We didn't have to do so much welding on it, but we wanted to be the best we could get it.
Even at this late stage, there's still some debate over the final colour.
He wants metallic blue, but he ain't really decided which one he wants yet.
The boys need to make a decision fast, because once he's started, Charlie won't be hanging around.
Charlie says it'll be about 7 days, which fits in pretty well with our time.
Gonna give me a chance to do my roof and get sorted out. I'll make the tea, you do the rubbing down.
Over the next few days, the lads free up some time and get stuck in.
You could be the best painter in the world, and if the prep is bad, your paint job's going to look bad.
We'll give it a little bit of an etch on an old vehicle. It's hard work. On something new, it's easy.
Every panel needs attention, especially the roof, which has suffered a common complaint.
I think it's been run over.
Yeah, kids are run over, ain't they?
Yeah.
Jumped on it. Still quite solid.
Being a curved roof, this isn't such a disaster.
Flat roof, once they're jumped on, you need to cut them and weld them, really.
To see the full extent of the damage, Charlie gives the roof the once-over with a flatbed sander.
And that's what happens, it just shows you the dents. There, there, there.
Then it comes down to experience. Rather than slapping on loads of filler, he tries to get the roof as near to its original shape as possible by pushing out the dents and flattening the ridges.
People think, oh, just chuck the filler on, it'll be all right, but they don't realise how much work it involves. If you can get it as close as you can, you've got half to work. Oh, I've got right one there. Jesus.
Now the job will require just a light skim, saving hours of sanding.
The smoother you can get it on, the better. That'll just flat straight down.
Soon the lads will have to make a decision on the paint. They have a metallic blue colour in mind, similar to this.
The main effect I want to get is that the paint looks like it's just come out of the paint shop, even like, you know, a couple of years down the line, give it a good polish.
Charlie's done up a lot of bugs in his time and has other ideas.
No, it ain't bad, it's a bit in between blues for me. I'd prefer deeper, to be quite honest with you. I'd have went for a flip tone colour on it.
Is that the one where it looks different in different lights?
That's right, yeah, like a rainbow effect.
How hard is that to do, though?
Easy.
Is it?
Yeah, you could do that.
Could I?
Yeah, easy. You just
It must be really easy then. OK, I'll talk to Steve about that.
Yeah, no problem, yeah.
After the break, Steve does some spraying in the garden.
It's not normal.
But what will he and Rich think of the budget paint job?
That is absolutely amazing.
With the custom fabrication work now complete, the boys are working flat out to meet their deadline.
We'll crack on, but I've got hope in hell.
They've employed classic car restorer Charlie Merritt to apply the finish.
It all depends what standard they want it. If they want it absolutely brilliant, you're going to spend weeks on it.
But with barely a month before the big dub show in Belgium, they're going to need a miracle. To save some time, Steve will paint the chassis himself. He's never done it before and is concerned about the fumes in his garage, so he's decided to get the old gazebo out. It's times like this that every VW nut needs an understanding partner.
There's the bookcases full of beetles, there's sort of beetle jelly mould in the kitchen. I've been defined by my husband's hobby. I think every present I ever received now has a beetle attached to it. It's not normal.
I'm going to give it a go, see how it comes out.
He's very considered and measured. So I think that's one of the main things that attracted me to him, actually, that he's a very considered person. So it's just unfortunate. It would be nice if it was me instead of a piece of metal.
Steve certainly put some thought into this floor pan, almost as much as the body show, but he should have paid a bit more attention to his overalls.
And as you can see, a present from the missus. Right, you.
It's fine.
Steve starts with the etch primer. It's already had a coat of the blasters, but he's done so much work since that another coat was inevitable. Now it's ready for a couple of coats of primer. Back at Charlie's, the body is undergoing the same treatment. In total, the shell will have 4 coats of primer, but he's still to be convinced on the final colour.
No, I don't think it'll look that good on the Beetle, to be quite honest with you.
Steve's putting a coat of stone chip